Hey all, we are live. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I wanted to take you through our internal video review process. For those of you who don't follow me, I run a channel management company and we also have a channel with over 100,000 subscribers called Home Banao. Now, with Home Banao, we're not very active on that channel. I mean, whenever we get some time, we post it. We've just been busy with a lot of our client channels. But I wanted to show you from the behind the scene process of what happens when we get a first cut of the video from our editors. So the typical process is pretty simple, right? You have a concept, you have a simple script, you have a storyboard, then you have a production plan, you actually get the shoot done, and then all of this context goes to an editor, and then the editor starts working on a video. He tries to translate the brand's vision. He has his own ideas and his own vision. He tries to translate that into a final video. Now, what happens is, normally speaking, there's always a mismatch between what the creator intends versus what the editor is trying to put. And sort of closing that gap is typically, an editor being able to execute on the creator's vision. Now, closing that gap is always a challenge, and the communication between an editor, between the creator and the editor, the brand and the editor, uh, that is where a lot of context gets missed, a lot of details get missed out. So, I wanted to take you through one process of a video which is going to go live on our main Home Banao channel probably in a few weeks. Once we get multiple cuts of it and we refine it, and what the process entails from us actually getting the first cut from the editor and actually publishing it. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is this incredible tool which Adobe actually purchased called, uh, just give me one sec. Yeah. So, which Adobe actually purchased called StreamYard. Called Frame.io. Now, Frame.io is a creative review platform. So I'll show you how it looks. So I hope you guys can see my screen. Let me just change the view. Yeah, there you go. Now here, if you see what you're seeing on the screen is the Frame.io link opened in a browser. You have the name of the project. So this is a video which we've done with an architect. She happens to be my wife here. We cover a lot of our projects because that gives the name Home Banao actually translates really well when like the goal of the Home Banao channel is to help educate homeowners to build their dream home. So in this scenario, how this particular review platform works is you have a play button here. When you click on it, the video starts playing, and when you add a comment, right at that time, automatically on that timestamp, the text gets added. Plus, I can annotate a lot of different things. So instead of me explaining, let me literally show you how I review a video, how I ask for more edits, and then you can sort of judge for yourself how to think about it. So I'm hoping you guys can listen to the audio. Let me just play it.
This studio apartment got its first paying clients even before we handed it over.
So,
And here's what it looked like.
yeah. So I think one of my first comments here is it the frame of architect stayed for a second too long. Cut it before that. Okay. So so as you can see, right, automatically at that timestamp, this comment got added. So I think this segment requires more cuts. This segment requires more cuts, and try to match the cuts with the beat of the music. There seems to be a disconnect. So that's another comment I have. Now, if you notice, typically in the first 15, 18 seconds itself, we are going to spend a lot of time, because what ends up happening is this is the make or break moment for someone to decide to watch the video. So first 15 to 30 seconds, you want someone to stick around. So you want more cuts, you want it to be dynamic, you want it to be engaging for someone to continue watching. I don't think, hey, remove the Home Banao logo intro sequence. It's not needed. This is one thing which we've started doing quite recently. We felt that the intro sequence thing is quite old. It makes no sense to add it. I mean, some editors just have a muscle memory to add it, but we just stopped adding it long ago. So this was just a mistake, probably.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel Home
So
Banao.
why did I ask to remove that cut, that Home Banao sequence? We lost valuable 3 to 4 seconds on that, on that Home Banao sequence. And people, I mean, we have good amount of subscribers. Most of them know what this channel is all about. So we don't want them to spend time on this, right?
Now I'm architect Pooja Kothari and I'm
So there's a typing mistake. It's good. Okay.
going to show you the entire interiors of the studio apartment, right from how it was to how we designed and how much it yielded the client.
Okay, so when this frame comes, I want it to have a, hey, we require a split screen. Architect Pooja will provide the images to use over here. We have to show before and after. Okay.
So guys, we are at the 16th floor of Leela Residences and this is what the builder gave. A fully furnished kitchen and the false ceiling that you see here.
So this gives the wrong impression over here. When the architect says this is what the builder gave and we show the actual end product, this doesn't look good. We have to ask Pooja for the correct images.
Which has random spotlights placed everywhere. This is something I don't like, but we were asked not to touch the kitchen and the false ceiling just to keep the cost low. The second brief was that this would be used by expats for long stays. This would also double up as an Airbnb for shorter stays, and this would triple up when Leela Hotel would be fully booked. So this had to look like a 5-star studio.
So I'll just replay here.
The second brief was what the builder gave. A fully furnished kitchen and the false ceiling that you see here, which has random spotlights placed everywhere. This is something I don't like, but we were asked not to touch the kitchen and the false ceiling just to keep the cost low. The second brief was that this would be used by expats for long stays. This would also double up as an Airbnb for shorter stays, and this would triple up when Leela Hotel would be fully booked. So this had to look like a 5-star studio. And that's how we have got about designing this. We have taken care of the fire safety measures. We have taken care of the design that has to look luxurious. And we have taken care of the color palette that has to appeal to all. Starting with the layout itself, there was...
So we need the image of the layout to be added here. Please ask Architect Pooja to provide it. So this, you're trying to give a visual reference to a layout, because when the architect describes it here, it will be
a TV
difficult
unit placed right in the center in the plan.
So she's able to explain it here, right? That there's a TV unit to be placed here. But as a viewer who doesn't necessarily understand layouts, I mean, how is someone supposed to make a judgment? So you don't want, at least in case of these type of videos, where you're actually giving a technical layout of how this house was built, what decisions were taken, you want to give as much context as you can for the viewer. So along with the architect showing it on the screen, a layout image added there with the specific portion highlighted, that will make a lot of difference.
Given by Leela Residences, and a long study ledge there, and a dressing unit in the hidden niche.
So this is another example where the viewer will not understand when she's pointing that side towards the dressing unit. So layout is mandatory along with the specific segment highlighted where you're showing, the old layout with the dressing unit.
So these were 3 things that were bothering me most, but what I wanted to do first was scrap this TV unit from here, because it would cut the space into 2. It would ruin the circulation and the movement that we would have otherwise, and it would be eyesore to look at as soon as you enter. So the first thing I did was remove this TV unit provision from the plan itself.
Again, here plan context is needed, although what she's explaining makes sense, but with the context of the plan and showing that specific image and annotation will help a lot. Plus, when she's talking about the whole section would have got divided, I want you to add some kind of an AI overlay.
and then from our minds. And the second thing was I removed the ledge as well because that would give us more space to play with. And the third thing was we removed the dressing unit to make it a wardrobe instead. Now I'll take you through the depth of the design.
Okay.
Dressing unit to make it a wardrobe instead.
So the B-roll of wardrobe here is too quick. Please add it for a little bit longer.
Instead. Now I'll take you through the depth of the design.
So B-roll, guys, if I don't know, I'm sure if you don't know about this, I'll just educate you. A-roll is when the person is talking to the camera. B-roll is supporting footage, supporting clips to add on to what
by
the
showing you
person's
how we
trying to say.
created it. So we moved the TV unit to this wall because this would act as the emphasis point for this entire studio. So basically we created this TV unit in two layers. The front layer was a
There seems to be a mismatch between the light color of this shot versus when Pooja is on screen, the A roll versus B roll. Please check this and make sure same kind of footage or same kind of grading is used.
fluted
Okay.
panel, and the behind layer was a plain laminate accentuated by these rose gold metal strips. If you notice, this strip has also been put in a right angle here.
When she is mentioning the strip, let's have an image or a close-up of the strip as a B-roll.
And this is the kind of detailing we work with. Now, why fluted panels and why not rafters? Rafters would have sharp looking vertical lines, which we did not want. We wanted to tone down the entire furniture, the entire soft furnishing of the studio to make it more comfortable and relaxed. So we got flutes in here. And why this color? Beige and grey colors appeal to a larger crowd. It's a more convincing crowd, and we did not know if we would go for other colors, it would appeal different kind of crowds, maybe the young, the aged. So we wanted a color which would appeal to all, and that's why we picked the beige and the grey tones here. And why this particular size or this particular flute itself? Because from all the catalogs we looked at, this had the higher fire safety ratings. So this combined with this was the most apt material for us to go with. So if you notice, we have not changed the colors.
Here also, guys, if you notice, I mean, these are the kind of examples where an editor may not understand.
Between these two layers. This is the same color which continues also on the laminate. And these borders accentuated really well because of the cove light that warmly comes out from the sides of the entire TV unit. Now, if you notice, had the higher fire safety ratings. So this combined with this was.
So this is the wrong B-roll. We need the detailing shot of the flute and the strips to be shown. You have shown the TV, the zoom up into the TV again. Right. So this is again a small example of an editor may not realize this. See, an editor will not have the technical skill for your specific industry. Even when we work with a lot of clients, this is what we try to tell them, that they'll be thinking about the pacing, the music, the beat, the right places to cut. But this is such a small thing where he's picked the TV unit as the B-roll shot. But from a technical perspective, the architect is talking about the fluted panel and the strip. So just having that small change of, the focus should come from the TV unit to these fluted panel and the strip will make a lot of difference to a viewer who's looking at this.
The most apt material for us to go with. So if you notice, we have not changed the colors between these two layers. This is the same color which continues also on the laminate. And these borders accentuated really well because of the cove light that warmly comes out from the sides of the entire TV unit. Now, if you notice, this TV unit extends into the study area. So this study area was done with a sleek ledge. Why a sleek ledge? As soon as you open the main door, you end up seeing this entire bulk of things. Now imagine if the entire TV unit itself was a little more deeper, the study unit also was deeper and more bulky at the bottom, it would be a complete eyesore to the user coming in. He would not feel like stepping in. So that's the reason we have created multiple layers with the console, with the study ledge, and the TV.
Supporting B-roll is needed here. So one thing which we try to do is, especially when we're doing explainer videos like this, a lot of it should be show. Uh, Generally in movies they say, right, show don't tell and all, but you're educating here, so you want to show and tell. So we want to have a ratio of about 60 to 70% B-roll versus 30% A-roll, where a lot of what a designer and architect is explaining should be shown multiple times. So that's one more important thing to keep in mind.
Unit here to bring in a lot of drama and create a sense of appeal or a sense of satisfaction for somebody looking at it. Coming to the features of the study ledge, we basically have a point on top where you have USB provision, you have amp switches to plug in your laptop, and you can work here. Now, somebody is not going to work for 10 hours after they come to a space like this. It'll mostly be somebody who is going to occasionally use it to take calls or to take emails, or somebody for just quick references of whatever they want to look at. So a ergonomic chair wasn't a must. We got in a more sophisticated look and feel with a upholstered chair here. Apart from that, if you notice, we have a common element running on the console and the study ledge, which is this tinted brown glass. Now, in itself, these were already complete. We have put this tinted glass, one, to accentuate it, to make it look better, and two, because we wanted to have something very low maintenance. If this glass wasn't there, the laminate would already have scratches on it. So this is the protecting layer to this console and study ledge. Apart from that, for this console, we have divided. This is a large console, so it was necessary to divide it into multiple storage divisions. So we have gotten two drawers as symmetry on either sides with a central drawer here, and we have further got in the same rose gold feature with the
Close-up is needed whenever she's talking to a specific point. Again, guys, the same thing. I'm just trying to tell the editor, to use more B-roll and footage which the production team would have captured, uh, to sort of show what the architect is talking about. Of course, it's visible here as well, but that cut when the architect says something and actually showing that piece, it increases the audience retention as well.
legs that are visible below. Now you may be wondering where this curve feature comes from for this entire TV console and the study ledge. Basically, we decided for a design of the sofa unit, which we wanted it to be modern, something of this kind with curves and a modern upholstery on it. So here is where we got the curves for the entire design. To match with this, we wanted something curve and not something rigid again, and that also had to go with the flutes, the language of the flutes, which was something smooth. So that's the reason we got in curves here, more like a oval.
Here we can have a 3-split screen. One of the splits you can show the TV unit, one of the splits the sofa, one of the splits the fluted curves. So combination of all three will be a better B-roll.
Console. And moving to the center table that we have here, this is from IKEA. Of course, for a project like this, you may want to do everything, you may want to customize everything, but this really complemented the space well. So we've gotten one small center table and one large center table of the same design here. The glass top with metal accentuates on sides. Moving to this zone, because we had removed the entire ledge from here, the study ledge from here, so we got space for a nice seating area for you.
So this is another small example where the editor meant right. He wanted to
Ledge
show
from here, the study
the
ledge from
seating
here.
area.
So we got space for a nice.
But I think he's used the wrong footage. The right footage would have been a bit more close up in the seating area, maybe something which the production team would have taken from this angle. So I'll say, oh, so this is another feature of frame.io, by the way, which is I can select the annotation, can click on draw freehand, and then I'll just annotate it here. There. Okay. And I'll be like, Hey, so I think a better B-roll would have been a close-up for the seating area. So again, right, this is one of the reasons we love Frame.io, which is you can get this specific with your edit requests. And imagine getting him on a call and explaining him this. I mean, even he will lose track. So for an editor to be able to keep track over here, he can resolve each one of these comments. So it becomes easier for him to take a decision. And a subject matter expertise for this topic is no longer needed. The subject matter expert can actually review the link like this.
Seating area for you to view the outside while you have a sip of coffee or tea and have a casual movement in a perfect setting like this. Moving to the bed area, so this panel is a reflection of the TV panel. It has the same elements but done in different levels and layers. The first layer being the wooden panel itself, which gives complete meaning to this particular element of flutes and laminates with the borders. So in a larger sense, these are the smaller frames and this is the larger frame for the.
So if you notice here, the editor has actually used the B-roll perfectly. As she's talking about the specific area, he zoomed into that specific area instead of showing the full bed view. So this is just an example where they'll get it right. Sometimes they won't. So, but if you see, I've had to comment in about 4 or 5 places itself for the correct B-roll usage. So that's something you'll have to keep in mind when when you're working on videos like this, especially these longer videos which can go technical.
The entire panel. This again has the flutes, the rose gold accents and the plain laminate, again the same material that I explained you on the TV unit. Now if you notice, we have further got another layer here with the headboard. This is again in flutes and we have used a grey and beige tone like the other soft furnishing in the room. Apart from that,
so that is perfect usage of the B-roll, which is a zoomed out shot of the headboard and then he zooms into the headboard. So, I mean, the production team had captured it and the editor also in this specific place has used it absolutely perfectly. So, this is again another example where sometimes they'll get it right, sometimes they'll not get it right. And that's where a technical person who probably understands this, should come in.
we have continued the language of the console that we had with the curves and the two drawers below and the same rose gold legs and your glass top. Now if you look at it, the bed has two halves of the console here to complete the entire space with the same language. If you notice here, we have a bed and you may be wondering what's below. It is hydraulic bed with a lot of storage below. Now if you're coming here for a month, you would definitely want to keep your suitcases away from your eye. You would remove all your clothes, put them in the wardrobe and dump your suitcases here and take them back after you're done. So that's how we plan the hydraulic storage, and this also doubles up as a storage for the client if needed at any time. Now moving forward, I would like to show you the wardrobe that I was talking about, where you could keep all your clothes. From its first appeal, you can see that it has the same kind of flutes and the brown tinted glass here. The color comes from the main unit and the rose gold profile comes from the borders that we have used. And this also reflects in the mirror design. Inside, we have given complete storage.
So cut to the B-roll of the architect actually, I mean, of the, not the architect opening the door, but the actual wardrobe itself here.
Right from the ceiling to the bottom. Here for you to house rare items, here for you to hang your clothes, some storage section here, here your locker in the drawer, and then
Again, this whole thing can be a close-up shot of the wardrobe. I'm not sure why this was not used.
then we have another drawer for smaller things and the bottom section for your shoes, etc.
When she mentions bottom section also, zoom into the bottom section.
So this is how we plan the entire wardrobe, and with a lot of lighting for you to look at whatever you're using. Moving to the next zone, which is actually the main area for this house to run, which is the bathroom itself. Now the right
Cut that comment which the architect made, which is the main area for this house to run. I don't think that should be included. Just moving to the next area and move it to bathroom. cut it to the bathroom. Yeah. So there you
Right
go.
side of the bathroom is a regular bathroom with the shower cubicle and your WC and your basin. We just added a large mirror here with different light tones, and it also has a defog option. But your other side of the bathroom is a complete utility in itself. So we have created wardrobe in the entire space available next to the washing machine and dryer. And here what we did is the lower half is used for extra supplies like your extra towels, extra toiletries, extra bedding, and your upper half is used for other bulky items that will be required by your staff to.
So again, when she's talking about these sections, add the B-roll of zoomed in shots of those specific sections. Wow.
Maintain this
Okay.
entire rental property and to make it what it looks like. So guys, this was everything about the interiors, the utility, and the before and after of this studio. I'm excited to know that one decision you may have taken for your rental property to increase its value. Please do post them in the comments section. If you have liked our video, please do share with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. See you in our next video.
Okay. So there you go. I mean, so this basically took 24 cuts, 24 more details, 24 more edits, rather, for the editor to do. And this is just an example of how we review a video before it goes into additional edits and additional feedback. Now keep one more thing in mind, that this is which what perspective I have given is more from an edit and from an audience retention perspective. The architect also will be checking this frame.io link to make any technical corrections which she may have made when she was recording the actual shot. So, but our suggestion normally is this, that every video should go through a review process like this, and the review should be ideally from someone who understands that space well, someone who understands that channel well, because even if the video is 10% better, we've seen it has chances of performing 10x better, and that's what's needed. So there you have it. I mean, I wanted to do this quick video just to show you how we review a video, and how sort of we add comments and this tool. I hope you like this video. I mean, just a behind the scenes sort of video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. See you guys in my next video. Bye.